I got some people for Radio Cutter, but I need more.
Me?
No. Gotta be feature worthy. That's why I'm not decorating a part myself.
I can do something.
You can verify. I don't care.
You can verify. I don't care.
I wish it were that simple, but you might have already noticed that those messages are from 2020. Wow, Benedict, you should make this Radio Cutter layout into a full level, in my opinion, I could verify even.
Is it finished?
Yeah, this level took some time. It is also one of the most cursed levels ever bestowed upon the game. But yeah, the layout for Radio Cutter was released on February 8th, 2020. But because it was locked down, people had a lot of time. Maybe too much time.
Shinso, I'm worried about your health. When was the last time you slept?
Many people had wild ideas on how to spend time. Similarly, an immaculate idea came to mind for both me and Benedict, and that was to turn Radio Cutter into a full and rate-worthy level. Little did we both know that this would begin the longest and most delayed process either of us could have imagined. You could get some decorators, and I could verify.
You want to verify Radio Cutter?
That's right. Either that, or I leak the group chat. Now, to have a level that is rate-worthy, there are some standards that need to be followed. First and foremost, the level needs to have good decoration. This is a very subjective thing, but there were some good creators in mind to make this possible. Secondly, the level needs to be long enough. You can't just have 10 well-decorated seconds. Typically, it's advised for the level to be at least a minute so that the categorized length for it is long and not medium. However, this really depends, but just to be safe, the level needed to get an extension. It was really promising in the first couple of months. Progress was quick with 2 creators making their parts, those being Squiddo and Chaz. And when the summer of 2020 was over, another creator by the name of Max would also decorate his part. The level would also receive an end screen. I do wonder where the VSC man got his end screen inspiration. Truly, a mystery only Sherlock Holmes could solve.
Locked my keys in my flat.
You want me to buzz you in?
Yeah, and can I use your balcony?
What?
But as nicely as everything was progressing, the level would experience its first of many slumbers. Though, in hindsight, this is nowhere near as egregious as some others. To celebrate Valentine's Day, Kairos revamped the 3 already existing parts. Yeah, I mean, what else would the average GD player do on Valentine's Day? In April, he would also make his part. In my opinion, this is by far the best one. It's so clean. Yeah, that's all that happened in 2021. Wow. And I mean, 2022 was even worse if I'm being honest. In late September, Mozzie's part was finished with the help of Benedict and Squiddo. Although this part has unique aspects and charm to it, don't fawn over it too much as it will be fully rebuilt later down the line. And around this time, some creators who planned to create their parts would drop them. A total of 5 creators had dropped their parts by this time. It didn't seem like too big of a deal, but this number is very minuscule currently.
How long did it take to finish Radio Cutter?
Somewhere between 700 billion and 1,300,000,000 billion.
Ooh, boy, this aged so good? By now, the level's decorating pace was about 1 part per year, though this is still faster than the internet speeds in England. But it was a new year and Radio Cutter was showing signs of revival. In March, Agus V and Crazy GFX would finish their parts, picking the level's pace back up. Though, as this is Radio Cutter, there had to be some drawbacks, and there would be. The level would begin to regress. This was because in August, Mozzie would redecorate his part. This was some much needed improvement. It's not that the previous iteration was bad, it just didn't do much to stand out and was too dark. This new one does a lot more to stand out. The level was looking like it could finally close in and be finished. Though, let's not forget that the level was nearly 4 years old by that time. But all jokes aside, there was just 1 part left to be decorated from scratch. And to make 2023 the best year for Radio Cutter since 2020, Agus offered to decorate the last remaining part of the level.
Agus is building the last part and his monitor self LMAO.
Stuff like this was nothing new. Throughout the years, Radio Cutter had a total of 18 creators drop their parts. There's something inherently cursed about the level. It has literally broken people's monitors. But the worst of Radio Cutter curses were yet to come. In the meantime, the level would finally be coming to an end, with Agus finishing his part, which subsequently was the last undecorated part. There would be some finishing touches done and the level would begin playtesting in late June 2024. This also meant that it was time for me to start practicing. Although I hadn't played the game for over 3 years, I was more than ready to put as much time and effort into the level as I could. I mean, I had the whole summer in front of me, right? I swear, the universe does not want the level to be released. Because of my stupidity, the level had to be delayed for basically the rest of the summer. But finally, when September arrived, I began practicing. But I needed something that could help me de-rust as quick as possible. Ooh, what's this? $85 Rapid Trigger keyboard? Magnetic keyboard at a cheap price? Satisfactory. Yes, you heard it correct. The Yunzi RT68 is a magnetic keyboard that is only $85. It has all the needs you'd want from one. Adjustable actuation points, rapid trigger, which you can adjust in the web-based software. Within the software, you can also find the dynamic keystroke settings. And most importantly, good looks. You can either use the default keycap set or add some extra ones that come with the box. The choice is yours. The performance of this keyboard is also fantastic. But we as gamers also have to type some documents. Well, fear not, the keyboard is fantastic for that as well. Here, have a listen. This keyboard comes in 2 different colorways and both have the additional keycaps to spice up the look of it. And if you're interested, product links will be in the description below, so go check this keyboard and become the next doggy. It took about 2 days to learn the entire level. Runs to 100 were piling up very quickly, even though some used very interesting methods.
You really need mommy's support now, are you getting far? It's big!
Yes! Oh my god! Afterwards, it was time to play the level from 0. And after getting 43%, a couple of minutes later, I did this. What?
Oh shoot.
Any doubts Radio Cutter non-believers had were quickly being made invalid. I was beating the washed allegation. Oh my fucking god. I forgot I have that. Keep in mind, all these fails were in just one session. The consistency was insane, but I was also consistently dying in very stupid ways. I would end the session in despair, but hopefully the next one would be much better. The consistency was back at it, and after dying at the last part just once, it finally happened. Good morrow, Benedict. I have with due diligence inspected and verified the geometry dash level bearing the name Radio Cutter. Thank you for this amazing opportunity. Oh my god. 4,000 attempts. 4,000 attempts. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. After nearly half a decade, the level that is Radio Cutter was finally finished. I really have no words. It feels so surreal that this level is done. It has motivated me to maybe play the game a bit more and challenge myself, but I'll save that idea for later. In the meantime, go play the level and get the Yunzi RT68.